Greetings, students. This is the Professor Travel, welcoming you to day 9 of our Baltic cruise. This day we pulled up into the Gulf of Finland, and we are welcomed into Helsinki. Helsinki is a beautiful port with lots of history and a beautiful area just to sail in. Our first stop after leaving the ship on our bus was to go to the small town of Porvo. Porvo is a very small town, a very rustic town, and gave us a very different feel than that of Russia. Helsinki in general is a much more relaxed environment, very laid back, but the major city of Helsinki itself actually does have a little bit of hustle and bustle. So depending upon the speed at which you like to travel, you can stay within the larger city or you can go and explore the smaller towns and the environments around you. Porvo has a lot to offer in the way of craftsmanship, from candies to puppets to clothing. It was a real craft lover's paradise. From a scenic point of view, it offered a lot of really beautiful imagery. The streets are done up in cobblestone, and while Porvo itself has been as a city here since the 13th century, it actually burnt down a couple of hundred years ago. The only thing that was left was the actual streets themselves. So they rebuilt in the style that was from the mid to late 1800s, early 1900s. Being first here in the morning, you get to see some of the merchants on the streets set up their wares, and you get to maybe take in a coffee and just enjoy the morning as the sun rises. Speaking of which, we enjoyed a pastry and a coffee that was just a really magical moment. It was just beautiful. The pastry was hand designed with a thistle on top of it. It was just impressive. Everything from the buildings to the boats nearby were all colorful and really vibrant. After our brief stay in Porvo, we decided to head on out. The bus next took us to a plantation house where we got an opportunity to see a variety of different things, including being greeted by the lady of the house and getting a formal lunch from her. The plantation house is actually a 2-story home. They invited us in warm. It was fantastic. They gave us a 4-course meal and also gave us the opportunity to see some of the beautiful horses on display at the plantation. This was one of the lovely chariot racing horses. He just trotted right on up to us. It was really quite lovely. We got a chance to see him just do a couple of circles on his morning exercises as we ate and watched. The plantation house regularly takes on visitors and has room for approximately 20 to 30 people as they entertain in the mornings. We then made our way back to the city of Helsinki, where we actually went to another location called the Church of the Rock. Now, the Church of the Rock is actually dug out of one giant piece of granite. It's a phenomenal architectural feat, but it's very distinctively different from any of the churches or cathedrals we had seen in Europe up to this point. Inside, it's very modest. The ceilings were done up in copper to allow for better acoustics. The sides were chiseled down, and it was very, as I said, it was very modest the way it was designed. They had funding to be able to do more, according to the tour guide, but they opted to, in turn, take that funding and actually donate it to other charitable organizations as a means of staying within the boundaries of what they felt was their religious obligations. Again, the slatted ceilings that lead up to the acoustic copper ceiling. It was time to head back to the ship and time for our food for the evening. We started off with a appetizer of ceviche, followed by a really wonderful butternut squash soup. I really enjoyed this one, probably the best soup on the entire trip. Followed by some salmon with some veggies. And what meal would be complete without dessert? Today was the day they served the baked Alaska. I really hope that you're enjoying these videos, and I hope you're learning a lot. Please like and comment on any of the videos that you see, as well as feel free to subscribe to this channel. You can also find me on Facebook or Instagram at The Professor Travel, or on Twitter at The Professor TR1. You can also choose to be notified of new video content by clicking on the bell icon above. Again, I appreciate all of your comments. I appreciate all your subscriptions and your likes. Thank you so much for all you do. And until next time, make every day a wonderful day to travel.